Social loafing refers to the concept that people are prone to exert less effort on a task if they are in a group versus when they work alone. The idea of working in groups is typically seen as a way to improve the accomplishment of a task by pooling the skills and talents of the individuals in that group. But, in some groups, there is a tendency on the part of participants to contribute less to the group's goal than if they were doing the same task themselves. Social loafing has negative consequences for both the group and the individuals in the group. The group dynamic is affected when certain individuals are seen as weak contributors to the group purpose. It tends to split the group and fosters a lack of cohesion. For example, if only 5 of the 8 members of a team are doing most of the work, it will often create an in-group, those members that are working hard, and an out-group, those members that are not contributing as much. Resentment can easily build between the two factions, causing less productivity and more emotional tension than a cohesive group would experience. Individuals in the group can also be affected by social loafing. While there is a disparity of effort between members of a group, individuals start to gauge their own effort based on what others are doing instead of maintaining a standard of excellence towards achieving the goal. This lowers the level of satisfaction for the task in all members of the group. For example, if a motivated team member repeatedly feels others are relying on them to do most of the work, they might deliberately reduce their workload or even stop collaborating with group members because they no longer want to feel exploited by the less productive members. Group size. The larger the group, the more likely it is that social loafing will occur. For example, if you have 10 members of a group working on a project, it is easier for individuals who are not motivated or productive to hide because there are more people to pick up the slack. Low levels of motivation. An absence of motivation prompts poor group participation. There are lots of reasons people may lack motivation for a group task. A common reason is when participants are assigned to a project but don't want to be part of a group. A good example is when students are assigned to work in groups for an academic project. Inevitably, some students hate group work and decide from the start that they don't want to participate. When motivation is low among certain individuals in a group, they will often look for ways to assume the least amount of responsibility and contribute as little as possible. This then creates a burden on the remaining members of the group to take on more than their fair share of responsibility. Another reason for low motivation is when individuals question the perceived value of the group's goal. If a group member doesn't think the group